Well, hello Virgo. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. If you are new, hello, I am Yasmin. If you have not already, please like and subscribe. subscribe. Virgo, this is going to be your love reading. Let's get into it. Let's see what's coming out here for you, Virgo. We're going to pull 3 cards. Wow. Okay. So Virgo, you guys have wish come true, bad intentions, and forbidden fruit. Forbidden fruit. Oh, my hand's ashy. Probably is. I've been washing literally all day. Washing dishes and washing my clothes. Such a Virgo thing, right? Anywho, first card that's coming out here is wish come true. Now, we are going to be clarifying these cards. Speaking of which, I don't even have my, give me a second, y'all. I didn't even have my cards. We are going to be clarifying these cards here with the tarot. And I can tell you what that wish come true is without really even pulling. It says wish fulfillment, all that you ever wanted. This is going to be your dream guide or dream girl. It's because there's like some growth that you're experiencing in a connection, right? This is going to raise your spirits. This is a more high vibrational relationship. This is what this is really about. This is the reason why this is a dream come true for you. And this is what you have been waiting for. And the universe is saying, it promised you that it will happen. Now let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and clarify that wish come true here for Virgo. Now, you got the Page of Swords. You got the 6 of Pentacles. Okay. All right. And then you have the Equinox card and the Chariot card in upright. It's so funny. This is the only card that came out in reverse, and it makes me feel like, because it flipped, it kind of spun around when it came out. So this is making me feel like it's still technically supposed to be in an upright, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll go ahead and we'll deal with it. The reason why it's a wish come true, though, I see the reason why the Page of Swords came out is because guess what you've been dealing with for a very long time? People who have been playing with you. Okay? Mind games, you know, really not saying exactly what they want within a connection, a horrible communicator, someone who is gossipy, maybe they talk bad about people, maybe they talk bad about you. But the Page of Swords, I don't really like too much. This could be someone too who's avoidant, like they avoid certain conversations, especially with that Page of Swords in reverse. It says that this is the type of person who doesn't like to answer questions. That is what you've been dealing with. You see the contrast between the cards. I get why they did it, right? And so here it says this is what you're going to be receiving. Here with the 6 of Pentacles, like I said, we talked about this earlier about this is what you're waiting for, right? And what kind of connection is going to be. Well, the 6 of Pentacles talks about reciprocity. Oh yeah, this is not going to be you constantly giving with your energy, with your time. And for some of you, this is like your resources too, but okay, right? I'm just saying that happens. But this is going to be like someone coming in, you know, with that type of reciprocity that's going to give you exactly what you give them. And they're wanting to do it too. Like this is the type of person who actually wants to do it. You don't have to like, you know, bend their arm to actually do something nice for you. And so, yeah, that makes sense why that Page of Swords came out, because I just thought about it. It was describing to you as a contrast between what you've been dealing with and what you don't have to deal with. Because here, this Equinox card basically says from dark to light, right? So you were experiencing some harshness in your relationship, and for some odd reason, you couldn't let it go. Oh, Virgo. Oh, Virgo. Like, you're just like, this is just so difficult for me, right? I can't let it go. But I think it's part of like, I think it's really you not thinking outside the box. Like the universe like totally has you here, but you got to start going with the flow. Like don't force things with people. And I feel like that's another reason why you are or why you were hurt in your relationships, you were forcing things. So now here we go. Strength card. I mean, not the strength card, the Chariot card, which talks about, okay, now you got the determination to move forward. Now you're more so in control of yourself and your emotions, right? And you're more focused and more determined to really get into the type of connection that you dream of. And that is where you're headed. Can you guys believe that the universe, that spirit actually gave you the Chariot card with the wish come true? It's clarifying wish come true. And that is saying you are on your way towards that, or that's what's coming into your life. Hello. Okay, so they kind of did it on us with that one. I appreciate that. Now let's get the bad intentions. Have you been paying attention to the red flags? There's been someone in your energy that was saying a lot of lies. They were very secretive. It says be vigilant. You know, you got to protect yourself from this type of energy. Protect yourself from this energy. And you want to know why this is so bad? Because when someone lies, it makes you feel uncertain about the relationship. So like, you know that someone was doing something, but they'll lie and say, oh no, that's just not the case. And you're like, but it was. No, that's not the case, right? Or you're not really getting what you are expected to get. So like, let's say, this is why I always talk about expectations and how you should adjust your expectation. Okay, look at that. The Wheel of Fortune literally came in the reverse. I wasn't even paying attention to the card that fell. I'm too busy talking about the bad intention card, y'all. Like, adjust your expectation. You know what I mean? Like, this is what you were dealing with. Like, there was red flags there. You saw it. And maybe you knew. And like, part of you were just kind of like, I'm just going to try to work with it. But I'm also going to bring it to their attention. You see what I'm saying? But because things were so uncertain, it wasn't healthy, right? Like, even your basic needs and relationship needs to be tended to. And I don't think that you were getting that. I don't think that your basic needs and relationship was tended to. This is just something that I'm seeing. And now look at what the Wheel of Fortune is basically saying. This was a very challenging connection because it could have been other people involved, because it talks about external forces. Like, sometimes it's friends, sometimes it's other lovers, it's family. And look at all the drama. Look at all the drama you were dealing with. There was always chaos. You know, there's lessons that has been learned though. And as part of this was really a karmic lesson, because now you know what you will and won't accept. That's just what I see. There's some good news coming in here. There is somebody who, I'm telling you, the good news. No, the spirit wants me to tell you good news. What is the good news? That there's going to be someone who's going to come in and they're going to be extremely lovable. The connection is going to be deep. You were dealing with someone that, you know, it was superficial. It wasn't going to get that deep, babe. But I don't think that they have the ability for it to get that deep. Okay. I just don't think they have the ability to. And so now you can plan. There's like this excitement that's in your bones, right? Like, you know, you're kind of like, oh, I hope this works. Like, oh my God, you're gonna be in that little energy for a second with someone that's really worth it. But I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like, I get it. I get why, you know. So I definitely see this as like a powerhouse love connection that you're about to enter. But yeah, what you were dealing with, Virgo, like, what are we even doing here right now? Like, what are we even doing here? So the King of Wands is in the upright. This person was very magnetic, very much so. Okay. This person, I feel like, was having a problem with their own self-worth. And they undervalue you a lot. They took you for granted. Like, let me say that again. Like, this was the type of person who just thought that they were just all of that in a bag of chips. Like, the King of Wands, you could tell, like, oh, it's all about me. You know, all the women want me, all the men want me, you know, and you know, they're going to get what they want regardless. They don't care who they have to shove up under the bus to get it, right? And they were really undervaluing you because you allowed them to undervalue you. If you undervalue yourself, this person and other people will take advantage of you. So when it says bad intention, what was their intention? to waste your time. For some of you, it could be, you know, other things that they were trying to get. Like we said before, the Six of Pentacles talks about reciprocity, but what in the world was it what else were they trying to get from you? Okay. So yeah, it's a no for me. Let's go ahead. Let's get one more. Yeah, this person was constantly causing confusion in a relationship. And I see that you were asking questions and this person was just like totally not even trying to. Look at this. Look at this. You see how it says that you were not paying attention? And it literally says on that card, red flags. You were not paying attention to how you felt. You were neglecting yourself by neglecting your feelings, by ignoring, let me just say it that way, by ignoring your feelings. And so you weren't the emperor or the empress in this situation. Your value was turned upside down. You didn't see it and you weren't acting as such. Okay. And like I said before, this person totally took you for granted, and them being in your life could really block you from the real one. So just be careful about that. Now you have forbidden fruit. So I feel like there's part of the person that's in your energy right now, they have a really hard time with saying no to people, right? Because the mental strength is coming out. And it's something going on with this person's mind where they're always tempted to do something, always tempted by other people, right? Like they want to make real decisions when it comes down to relationships, but then they stop because they're in constant indecision mode. And they, you know, they don't have a lot of, you know, like it says, they're in self-doubt. So they don't even believe in their own ability to actually make something work. So you have this is why I say adjust your expectation, because you have all the hopes in the world, you know, all the expectations in the world for this person to pull through. I don't think they've ever seen it. I don't think that this person ever seen themselves actually pull through and follow through on something. No, ma'am, no, sir. You see how it says they're very limited? It says they need to be able to release the limiting views about themselves. I feel like they are in the future, if not now, they're going to be cutting off other options. I do feel like that they can talk a little rough though, that I can see. I feel like the person, someone that you're dealing with, and it looks like it's only one person. You do have a new person here, but it's like we have to conclude with someone that you've been dealing with that's not quite out of your energy yet, because there's a past person that's going to return. But the universe is wanting you to focus on this wish come true. But you know, you gotta learn how to say no to this past person, because part of that forbidden fruit is them tempting you to come back. Okay. And I love the fact that, yeah, it may be tempting, but the relationship ain't gonna be the same, because now you're taking back your power. And you're setting boundaries here. Oh yeah. So it says there's some endings here. You know, I mean, some of the endings could be due to the fact that you're not going to be dealing with that person anymore, right? It could be a very hostile situation. You're tired of sacrificing your emotions and your feelings, that type of stuff. You're tired of being in a relationship that isn't supportive, okay? You know, it's just something about this person that makes me feel like they may need your help with something in the future. And it may be hard for you to say no, because that Queen of Swords is saying you need to keep your boundaries. Like you need to be able to be like, no. And it's something about you that needs to be closed off, because something in the future is going to be very tempting. Like it's going to be tempting to the point where it's going to be hard for you to say no. Very, very, very hard. The universe promises to bring you in this wish come true. So for you, it says you are going to have to cleanse your emotions and your feelings of this person that clearly isn't going to be the one. And you know who that is, and you know what that means. The eclipses are going to happen in September, so some of this stuff can happen in September, October, November, December, because we already know eclipse energy can happen a little bit before and some in months after. So there's going to be a drastic change to the relationship that you've been engaging in, okay? And something new is on the horizon. But I definitely feel that stability is here. I mean, it is totally in your reading here, Virgo. But this is what I have for you guys. If you are new, thank you so much for coming to my channel. Please like and subscribe. If you are interested in a personal reading, all the information is down below in the description box. I'm going to be going live tonight doing Cash App. So if you guys are interested, you're going to see it on my page. I know some of you guys are going to be listening to this afterward and it's going to be over with, but I just have to say it because some of y'all don't even know, and then you say it in the comment section. But I want to go ahead and post this a little bit before I go live tonight. But if you guys have any questions about readings, all of it is below. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.